Thank you, Mr. Vice President. The Minister of Energy said a lot of things. But one thing he did not do is deny what Senator Ramdeen raised, that none of the reports recommended closing down the refinery. So, the Minister of Energy sought to tell us that this is not a political issue and we should not politicize this issue. The very thing this government is trying to do. They are trying to ride on the backs of persons who will lose their jobs and say they've shown strong leadership and they're doing the right thing. And saying this is essentially a political argument. So to stand there and say this is not political, having not addressed, and I want to go back to August 28th, when the board made the announcement that Petrotrin was going to be closed down. The national community, the workers of Petrotrin, this 3,400, the thousands, the untold thousands that will be affected by this decision, had to wait from Tuesday till Sunday to hear from this government. And what did they hear from the Prime Minister? You saw a Prime Minister coming to tell us not the details of the plan, not how they arrived at this decision, none of those things, but to tell us that he's not afraid to lose his job. We're not talking about your job. We're talking about 3,400 jobs in the refinery. We are talking about thousands of people who we're now being told will be given attractive packages. Mr. Vice President, throughout the length and breadth of this issue so far, I have witnessed something that I never thought I would witness in this country. A government sought to create a villain. They sought to vilify Petrotrin and make Petrotrin make the workers of Petrotrin something that the rest of us ought to dislike. We were told how much money they were making, what kind of attractive packages they would get. All of that was done for us as citizens to say, close down the refinery, end it all, because they deserve it. And we in the UNC will not stand for that kind of thing. You cannot vilify a company and then come and stand and speak on two ends of your mouth to say how much this company has done for this nation, and then come now to say this company is losing money. Shut it down, we will find a new way, and not tell us what the way is. Madness. Mr. Vice President, what we have seen here, we have witnessed, Mr. Vice President, a start of a slippery slope. When you start to create villains, when you start to make people and companies in this country, ordinary citizens, villains, we have to ask who is next. Is it WASA? Is it TNTEC? Is it TSTT? Who are the next villains in this country that we ought to dislike and say they are costing us money and they are costing us roads and they are costing us schools? This PNM administration has cost us the most in the last 3 years of their rule. They are the ones that are costing the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Mr. Vice President, we've heard a lot. The Minister of Energy came to tell us today that he's making a lot of sense. And the people of this country would value that more if we were given the details. We've been told that there were options and they weighed the options, but in a vague manner, as in you cannot tell us what the options were. You cannot tell us the steps that you took to arrive at this decision, but telling us now that you're willing to bear the political cost. And you're right, there will be a political cost. There ought to be a political cost, because what you have done was rash, it was reckless, it was callous, and the manner in which you presented this to the people of this country, to the people on the Southwest Peninsula, where I call home as well. These are my neighbors, these are my friends, people I still stand outside waiting to hear about their jobs, being told, wait until Sunday, we'll talk to you on Sunday. You saw members of the media trying to reach out to the Minister of Communications, trying to reach out to the Minister of Energy. All of this time, there were feds in Balize House cooler fet. They can't talk about Petrotrin, but you could sud turn, right? You had sports administration. I am looking on at this, Mr. Vice President, in amazement. A government that was committed to gaslighting the